the curious case of success. Ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly overcome obstacles while others stay stuck? The secret might be hiding in plain sight. It's all about curiosity, but not just any curiosity. We're talking about the kind that turned a tech giant from a sinking ship into an innovation powerhouse. Ready to unlock your inner genius? Picture this. You're scrolling through social media, seeing success stories left and right. What's their secret? Spoiler alert, it's not just luck or talent. It's something we all have, but not everyone uses. Enter the power duo, curiosity and growth mindset. Think of them as the peanut butter and jelly of personal development. Separately, they're good, but together? Mind-blowing. Get ready for a wild ride through transformation stories that'll make your head spin. We're talking fictional favorites, real-life plot twists, and maybe even a tech giant's near-death experience. Intrigued? You should be. Your inner genius is about to get a wake-up call, and trust me, it's been hitting the snooze button for way too long. 2. Fictional favorites. Curiosity versus complacency. Let's kick things off with a pint-sized powerhouse of curiosity, Matilda. Remember her? The bookworm who could move objects with her mind? Cool party trick, sure, but her real superpower? An insatiable thirst for knowledge. Matilda's world was a tough one. Neglectful parents, a tyrannical headmistress, not exactly the ideal environment for a budding genius. But did that stop her? Heck no! She devoured books like they were going out of style, soaking up information on everything from Charles Dickens to nuclear physics. But here's the kicker. What if Matilda had a fixed mindset instead? Imagine her thinking, well, my parents are dolts, so I must be too. Guess I'll just watch TV and eat chocolate all day. Yawn. Boring story, right? Instead, her curiosity drove her to explore, learn, and ultimately overcome her circumstances. She didn't just accept her lot in life, she rewrote the whole darn book. Now let's flip the script and talk about everyone's favorite platinum-haired bully, Draco Malfoy. Talk about being stuck in a pure-blood bubble. This guy was so convinced of his superiority that he couldn't see the magic happening right under his pointy nose. Draco's fixed mindset was like a pair of blinders, limiting his view of the world. Mudbloods are inferior, he'd sneer, never bothering to actually get to know anyone outside his exclusive pureblood clique. But what if he'd been a bit more curious? What if he'd asked questions instead of making assumptions? He might have realized that talent and worth have nothing to do with bloodlines. Who knows? He could have ended up being Harry's bestie instead of his nemesis. Okay, maybe that's a stretch, but you get the idea. Now you might be thinking, cool story, bro, but what does this have to do with me? I'm not a telekinetic genius or a wizard in training. Fair point, but here's the thing. We all have a little Matilda and a little Draco in us. Think about it. How often do you approach a new challenge with Matilda-like curiosity, eager to learn and grow? And how often do you pull a Draco, stubbornly sticking to what you know because it's comfortable? Maybe you've always wanted to learn a new language, but you tell yourself, I'm just not good at languages. That's your inner Draco talking. Your inner Matilda, on the other hand, would say, I wonder how I could make learning this language fun and interesting. Or perhaps you're facing a tough project at work. Draco, you might think, this is impossible, I can't do it. But Matilda, she'd be all, challenge accepted! Time to hit the books and figure this out! The truth is, curiosity isn't just for fictional characters or tech geniuses. It's a superpower we all have access to. It's the key that can unlock doors you never even knew existed. Just like Matilda used her curiosity to break free from her circumstances, you can use yours to bust through your own limitations. 3. Real-life plot twists. The curious case of tech giants. All right, let's zoom out of the world of wizards and child prodigies and into the cutthroat realm of tech titans. Picture two tech companies, both born in the same era, both reaching dizzying heights of success. But here's where the plot thickens. One embraces curiosity like it's going out of style, while the other, well, let's just say they missed the memo. Enter Microsoft, the tech giant that pulled off a Houdini-level escape from the jaws of irrelevance. Once upon a time, Microsoft was the know-it-all kid in class, always raising its hand and shouting, I've got this! But then something magical happened. Bill Gates, the wizard behind the curtain, had an epiphany. He realized that being a know-it-all was about as cool as a flip phone in 2023. So what did Gates do? He flipped the script. Microsoft went from, we know everything, to, hey, teach us something new. Suddenly, the company was less like that annoying kid in class, and more like the cool teacher who brings donuts and asks for your opinion. This shift wasn't just about being nice, it was about survival. By embracing curiosity, Microsoft opened the floodgates to innovation. They started asking questions like, what if we put Office in the cloud? And how can we make gaming more accessible? The result? A phoenix-like rise from the ashes of tech obscurity. But for every success story, there's a cautionary tale. Enter BlackBerry, the company that thought it was too cool for curiosity. Remember when having a BlackBerry made you feel like a Wall Street hotshot? Yeah, those were the days. But while BlackBerry was busy patting itself on the back, the rest of the tech world was asking, what if phones had touchscreens? And do people really need physical keyboards? BlackBerry's response? A resounding meh. They were so convinced they had all the answers that they forgot to ask any questions. It's like they were playing chess while the rest of the world moved on to 3D virtual reality games. By the time BlackBerry realized its mistake, it was too late. They'd gone from being the coolest kid in school to that guy who still wears his Letterman jacket to high school reunions. But here's the kicker. This isn't just about tech companies. It's about you and me. Studies show that curiosity isn't just some fluffy concept. It's a superpower. Highly curious kids don't just score higher on tests. They stay engaged longer. It's like they've found the cheat code to learning. And get this, recalling a time when you felt curious can boost your mental and physical energy by 20% more than remembering a happy moment. That's right, curiosity is basically a free energy drink without the jitters. 4. Leveling up. Your curiosity toolkit. Ever feel like your brain's stuck in first gear? Well, buckle up, Buttercup, because we're about to turbocharge that noggin of yours. Welcome to Neuroplasticity 101, where your brain is the Play-Doh and you're the mad scientist. Remember when you thought your brain was as set as Grandma's Jell-O mold? Think again. Your gray matter is more like a chameleon on a disco floor, constantly changing, adapting, and occasionally doing the funky chicken. Every new experience, every nugget of knowledge, it's all sculpting your brain like Michelangelo on a caffeine high. So how do we tap into this cerebral shapeshifting? Glad you asked. First up, channel your inner toddler. You know, that phase where every other word was why? Turns out those little ankle biters were on to something. Asking questions isn't just a great way to annoy your parents. It's your ticket to Curiosity Town, population. You. Next, treat your comfort zone like that weird leftover in the back of your fridge. Avoid it at all costs. Seek out new experiences like they're the last slice of pizza at a party. Learn to juggle, try escargot, strike up a conversation with that neighbor you've been avoiding for years. Your brain cells will throw a party, and trust me, they know how to get down. Now let's talk about that 4-letter word, fail. Yeah, I said it. Failure isn't the boogeyman, it's more like that tough love coach who makes you do extra laps. Embrace challenges like they're warm hugs from grandma. Each obstacle is just your brain's personal CrossFit session. But wait, there's more! Ever wondered how curiosity and ambition can tango without stepping on each other's toes? It's all about balance, baby. When your grand plans hit a wall, let curiosity be your sledgehammer. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Suddenly, that roadblock becomes your personal masterclass. Speaking of plot twists, let me introduce you to Drew Lynch. This guy was all set to be the next Hollywood heartthrob when life decided to throw him a curveball. A softball accident left him with a stutter, effectively slamming the door on his acting dreams. But did Drew throw in the towel? Heck no! Instead of wallowing in self-pity, Drew got curious. He wondered, how can I use this new voice of mine? Turns out that stutter was comedy gold. Drew's unique perspective and self-deprecating humor landed him on America's Got Talent and kickstarted a successful stand-up career. Talk about turning lemons into a laughter-filled lemonade stand. 5. The plot twist is you. So, you've seen how curiosity and a growth mindset can turn a pint-sized bookworm into a telekinetic powerhouse, save a tech giant from irrelevance, and even make a stuttering comedian a star. But here's the real kicker. You're the star of this show. Your secret weapon for success? It's not a magic wand or a billion-dollar idea. It's that beautiful, curious brain of yours. Next time life throws you a curveball, instead of ducking for cover, get curious. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? You might just stumble upon your next big breakthrough. Remember, every genius started with a question. Einstein didn't wake up one day and say, E=mc², duh. He got curious about the universe. Like and subscribe for more growth mindset content with a pop culture flair.